Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR AD2. Hey, how you doing? So, we already did part 1 of the football quiz, so this is part 2, and you all seemed to quite enjoy it last time. I want you to do the same again, so write down your score out of 25, because we're going to do questions 26 to 50 in this video, and if I remember well, I'll put a link below to the previous video, part 1, for you as well. So yeah, this is a whispered ASMR video on the theme of well, it's not just the Premier League actually, but it's mostly, but the first question is definitely not. Okay, so, you ready? Should we go? First one, this is number 26 therefore. Trabzonspor are a football club based in which country? Okay, that's the first one. Second one, number 27. Reece James spent the 2019-2020 season on loan at which club? That's Reece James. I know loads of you are fans of his current club, but where was he on loan in the 2019-2020 season? 28. At which club did Frank Lampard start his professional career? At what club did Frank Lampard start his professional career? Ooh, I think I can guess this next one. The other two, do I know? I don't know. I'll do my answers before the end, and I'll give the answers after I've given my answers, if you see what I mean, so you know how I did, and then you can see how you do. Next one, number 29. Who is the Bundesliga's all-time top goal scorer? Who is the Bundesliga's all-time top goal scorer? Number 30. Which England goalkeeper saved a penalty against Scotland at Euro 96? Which England goalkeeper saved a penalty against Scotland at Euro 96? And for the Scots out there, and anyone else, bonus point if you tell me, because I don't know, who was the Scottish penalty taker. Bonus points available. Okay, 31. Who was the first player to be sent off in an FA Cup final? I'm not sure I know this, but I think I can have a good guess. Once again, who was the first player to be sent off in FA Cup final? 32. As of 2022, how many Ballon d'Or awards has Lionel Messi got? 1. Received. As of 2022, how many Ballon d'Or awards has Lionel Messi won? I don't think I know that. Ooh. Number 33. Which stadium is home to Bayern Munich? I think of all the people who watch this channel, Germans are the 4th highest. I think it's Brits, Americans, Russians, Italians and Germans, my top 5. So Some of you will know this. Do I know it? I think I can figure it out. Which stadium is home to Bayern Munich? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. 34. Sorry, just working the answer out. Number 34, Dele Alli moved to Tottenham Hotspur. Moved to Tottenham Hotspur, from which EFL club, English Football League club. So basically, where was Dele Alli's club before Spurs? Number 34, Dele Alli moved to Tottenham Hotspur, from which EFL club? I think I know. 35. How many teams play in the group stages of the UEFA Champions League? I definitely know that one. How many teams play in the group stages of the UEFA Champions League? Ooh, tricky one. Number 36. Which manager gave Gareth Southgate his England debut? I think I know. Which manager gave Gareth Southgate, the current manager of England, his England playing debut? Some of you weren't even born then. I was. 37. Who were the first team to win the European Cup in 1956? I don't know. I'll give a guess, but 37. Who were the first team to win the European Cup in 1956? 38. Name the 3 players who shared the Premier League Golden Boot in 2019. Name the 3 players who shared... Oh, I think I know. Name the 3 players who shared the Premier League Golden Boot in 2019. 39. I think I know as well. Which nation has won the African Cup of Nations the most? The most times. Which nation has won the African Cup of Nations the most? Number 40 is an interesting question. How many teams originally competed in the Premier League? Is that a trick question? Number 40 again. How many teams originally competed in the Premier League? 41. This is also tricky. Which Argentinian club did Lionel Messi play for as a youth? He never made any professional appearances in Argentina. He moved to Barcelona when he was about 7, 8. But he was picked up very early on. By which Argentinian club? Number 42. Which football club in 1993 became the first to win the FA Cup and League Cup in the same season? I'll have a guess. Which football club in 1993 became the first to win the FA Cup and the League Cup in the same season? 43. Which Frenchman, there's a clue there then, which Frenchman was was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award? Which Frenchman was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award? I think I can guess that one. 44. Which club set a Premier League record for most goals scored in a match away from home when they beat Southampton 9-0? Which club set a Premier League record for most goals scored in a match away from home when they beat Southampton 9-0? Ooh, 45. What is the Dutch Super Cup also known as? Come on, my Dutch subscribers, you must know this. What is the other name for the Dutch Super Cup? Dutch Super Cup. Jaap Stam, another one for the Dutch. 46. Jaap Stam managed which English club? Which English club did Jaap Stam manage? Seven. Oh, this is an easy one for me. What is Newcastle United's? Oh, hang on. 47. What is Newcastle United's mascot called? I know what their mascot is, but I don't know what it's called. 47. What is Newcastle United's mascot called? Oh, next one's easy. 48. Which nation won UEFA Euro 1992 despite not initially qualifying? Which nation won UEFA 1992 despite not initially qualifying? 49. Which player holds the record for the most Premier League appearances with 653 games? I think I know. Which player holds the record for the most Premier League appearances with 653 games? And next one, number 50, I know. Hearts and Hibs both play their home games in which Scottish city? Hearts and Hibs both play their home games in which Scottish city? Okay, I'm going to do my answers and then I'm going to give the actual answers, so get your scorecards ready. Okay, here we go. Trabzonspor are a football club based in which country? It is Turkey, or now known as Turkey. Reece James spent the 2019-2020 season on loan at which club? I don't know, but I'm going to guess and say Crystal Palace. 27, let's have a look. Try not to give away the next answer. Oh, Wigan, really? Wigan Athletic, did you get that one? I did not see that one, okay. 28, at which club did Frank Lampard start his professional career? I think it's West Ham. West Ham, let's see, 28. West Ham, correct. 29. Who is the Bundesliga's all-time top goal scorer? Is it Robert Lewandowski? I have a feeling it could be like Klinsmann, but he played in England and in the States, whereas Lewandowski played for years in 2 different clubs. So, 29. Oh, it's Gerd Müller. 365 goals. Gerd Müller. Okay. So number 30, which England goalkeeper saved a penalty against Scotland? Was it? Shilton would have retired by then, so it must have been the Arsenal goalkeeper, David Seaman, maybe. Number 30, and bonus point if you can tell me, was it someone like... Oh, what's the guy with the blonde hair? Not Kemmel. It's not Ali McCoist, was it? 30. David Seaman, yes. Okay, so David Seaman is a goal. Who took the penalty? 31. Who was the first player to be sent off in an FA Cup final? Literally could be anyone, but could have been Patrick Vieira or Roy Keane, something like that. Patrick Vieira I'm going to go for, 31. Arsenal made a lot of finals, didn't they? Kevin Moran. Never heard of him. In 1985, apparently. Okay. Next. Number 32. As of 2022, how many Ballon d'Or awards has Lionel Messi got? Is it 7? I'm going to say 7. 32, 32, 7. Okay, next is 33. Which stadium is home to Bayern Munich? I think it's the Allianz Stadium. I often get confused between that and Juve. Allianz Arena, Allianz Stadium. I think it's the Allianz. 33. 33. Allianz Arena. Oh darn. I got the next one right, I just saw the answer. 34. Dele Alli moved to Spurs. From which EFL club? Milton Keynes Dons. They had that great cup run, didn't they? And I think they picked him up after that. I always assumed he was on loan and that they already owned him. I'm surprised that he was actually one of their players. Okay, 35. How many teams play in the group stages of the Champions League? 32. I'm not even going to check, I'm extremely sure. 4 groups of 8. Sorry, 8 groups of 4. 36. Which manager gave Gareth Southgate his England debut? I'm going to say Glenn Hoddle. 36. 32 is the answer to 35. Terry Venables. Ah, okay. Just before him then. Terry Venables. Okay, next one. Who were the number 37? Who were the first team to win the European Cup in 1956? Is it going to be someone predictable like Milan, Juve, Real Madrid, Barcelona, or is it going to be like Red Star Bucharest or Partizan Belgrade or Malmö? Who was the first team to win the European Cup in 1956? I'm just going to go like Real Madrid. I'm going to say Real Madrid. That's number 37. Real Madrid. Such a guess. Okay, 38. Name the 3 players who shared the Premier League Golden Boot in 2019. I'm going to say Harry Kane, Mohamed Salah, and Sterling, maybe. 38. Oh, Aubameyang, Sadio Mane, and Mohamed Salah. Only got 1 of 3. Oops. Okay, 39. Which nation has won the African Cup of Nations the most? I think it's Egypt, which always surprises me because they don't qualify for the World Cup as often as other teams that have barely won the African Cup of Nations. They were losing finalists to Senegal just before the World as well, weren't they? 39, I think, I'm quite sure. Yes, Egypt 7 times. Quite surprising to some. Number 40, how many teams originally competed in the Premier League? Is it a false? Is it like a trick question? Is it just 20? Because the EFL has like 23, doesn't it? So is it going to be 22 or something? I'm going to say 20 because I think it's always been that way, but maybe I am wrong. Number 40, 22. Darn, I should have gone with my instincts. Okay, next one. Which Argentinian club did Lionel Messi play for as a youth? Now, isn't he from... He's not from Buenos Aires. I think he's from... Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think of the name of the city he's from. And I've gone blank. I'm going to say, no, it's not Newell's. I'm trying to think of all the different clubs in the Argentinian Premier League. I've gone blank. I do know where he's from, but I've gone blank. 41. Okay, give myself another 5 seconds to think. Rosario Central, maybe. Newell's. Oh, it is Newell's. Newell's Old Boys. Okay. 42. Which football club in 1993 became the first to win the FA Cup and League Cup in the same season? It's probably Liverpool. It could be Man United, but I think it's probably Liverpool. 42. Arsenal. They were my third choice. Okay, 43. Which Frenchman was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award? Part of me thought Thierry Henry, but then I went Cantona. So I'm going to go with Cantona. That's number 43. 43. Eric Cantona. Okay, 44. Which club set a Premier League record for most goals scored in an away match from home, in a match away from home, when they beat Southampton 9-0? Was this Man City? Was this the recent one? Because I think Man United beat Southampton by a larger score, but I think it was at home. But then wasn't it someone like, maybe it's Liverpool? Oh gosh, I think it's Liverpool actually. I've changed my mind. Oh, never change your mind last minute. 44, Liverpool. Leicester. Was it really Leicester? How weird. Okay. What is the Dutch Super Cup also known as? The cup is a beker in Dutch. Is it something like the Super Beker or the... I'm trying to remember the logo. KNVB. It's like the Koningen. Not Koningen, like the king. Because it's the Royal Cup. KNVB Super Beker or something like that. It's probably like a brand name, isn't it? The Oreo Cup or something. 45. Oh, of course. The Johan Cruyff Shield. Or Johan Cruyff Shield. Darn. Okay. Jaap Stam managed which English club? I can't remember. I'm going to just guess and say... Was it someone like Blackpool or Derby or someone? I think it was someone in the EFL, wasn't it? It wasn't Premier League. Reading. I'm going to go Reading. I've got a weird feeling it's Reading. 46. Reading. Yes. Okay, next. 47. What is Newcastle United's mascot called? So it's a magpie. So is he called Maggie. 47. Monty Magpie. Okay, 48. Which nation won UEFA Euro 92 despite not initially qualifying? It was Denmark. And Yugoslavia got kicked out for having the Yugoslav War, and they beat Denmark in a playoff. So the Danish players were on holiday, and when the decision was made, and they got a call saying, right, meet up, you're being called up to play in the cup, and they ended up winning it, beating Germany in the final 2-0. I want to say 2-0. Yeah, so they didn't even qualify and they won it. It's an amazing fairy tale story. 49. Which player holds the record for the most Premier League appearances with 653 games? It's got to be Ryan Giggs, right? He played until he was about 38 for the same club. 49. Gareth Barry, take it back. Gareth Barry. Interesting. Yes, he played for so many clubs, didn't he? 50. Hearts and Hibs both play their home games. In which Scottish city? It is Edinburgh. Glasgow is Celtic and Rangers. So Edinburgh is correct. Awesome. So let me know your score in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And ask me as well if you really enjoyed it. Now we've done all 50 questions. If you really liked it, want me to do this format again, mention it in the comment section below, and I will find more pub quiz football questions to help you with your next pub quiz. Okay, cool. See you guys soon. Take care.